Hi, I'm Kino McGregor, and I'm going to be your guide today on your journey into the practice of yoga. If you're new to yoga, you might be wondering, what have I gotten myself into? But today we're going to break down this practice so you'll understand the physical, the mental, and even the spiritual aspects and benefits of the practice. The kind of yoga that I teach is called Ashtanga yoga, and it comes directly from the source in India. I learned directly from my teacher there, and I'll be sharing with you today the same techniques and tools that I learned over the last 12 years of my life. The Ashtanga yoga method is far more than just a physical practice. It's something that works both on the body, the mind, and you could even say the soul. So when you're working on this physical practice that we'll do today, know that it's affecting so many different layers of your body. There are three key components to any yoga practice that help distinguish it from just other types of physical fitness. In the Ashtanga yoga method, we rely on these three tools as a safe, proven, and effective method to bring health and healing into the body and openness, peace, and freedom in the mind. These three tools are known as the Tristhana method, or the three-pronged approach. The first of this is called the posture, or in Sanskrit also known as asana. The postures that we do in the Ashtanga yoga method are specifically designed to bring health and healing into the body. They're devised into 6 series that you can practice and learn over the course of your entire lifetime. Today's class will be focusing on the most introductory and basic set of postures known as the sun salutation. The sun salutation is meant to open up the health and healing in the body. And we can do this by increasing cardiovascular function, increasing breathing, and coordination throughout the muscles and the joints in the entire body. The postures in the Ashtanga yoga practice are absolutely essential, because if you're not doing the postures, you're not actually doing the yoga. When you're thinking about the practice or wondering if you should try, the practice isn't really benefiting you. You need to unroll your mat and start the practice. And because you've joined this class today, you're already one step down that path towards health and healing that yoga represents. The second tool that the Ashtanga yoga practice offers is the tool of breathing. When you control your breath, you control your mind. By controlling and equalizing the length of inhalation and exhalation with the conscious application of your intention through the vehicle of the breath, you will gain a sense of peace on the inner body and a sense of openness in your heart and in your mind. If the breathing is shortened and shallowed, it's often a sign of distress or discomfort in the body. Today we'll learn the fundamental tools of the Ashtanga yoga breathing method that will give you more peace, more relaxation, and more health throughout the body. What's really amazing about this tool is that you can apply it not just when you're doing the yoga postures, but at any moment throughout your life when you might feel like you are at a slight edge of discomfort or disease, and then the breath will be its tool to guide you into more relaxation and more peace. The third prong of the Ashtanga yoga Tristhana method is called the gazing point, or the point of focus. This helps concentrate and train the mind. Known in Sanskrit as drishti, this also helps you change your worldview, so that after concentrating your mind on the specific gazing points in the Ashtanga yoga method, when you take your same eyes and look at the world around again, the notion is that your paradigm is shifted into a more spiritual, a more healthy, a more happy way of viewing the world. So when you leave the yoga practice, you're actually a happier person. When we start off in terms of the Ashtanga yoga practice, we have to understand what the breath is, because this is so foundational. Rather than just breathing, or even just breathing well, the Ashtanga yoga method wants to coordinate breath with movement. In order to do this, we have to understand the basics of how to breathe. The diaphragm is sitting inside of the body right around the lower ribs. When you inhale in a diaphragmatic breath, which is what we'll do today, the diaphragm will drop down to the level of the navel, and your lungs will expand three-dimensionally in space. Not everyone realizes where the lungs are. So the lungs in the body, they're filling out the rib cage, but they also, they really reach all the way up to the collarbone, they're all the way in your armpit, and most importantly, they're on the back of the body. So in the Ashtanga yoga method, when you breathe, there's this three-dimensional expansion of the lungs moving three-dimensionally in space. This breath is called, or based in, the Ujjayi pranayama, or the breath of victory. So this is a vocalized breath, so you can breathe with sound. So let's work on that together before we even start the postures, and then we'll coordinate the breath with the movement as we begin to flow through the series of the Ashtanga yoga method.